All right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah. I think I'm going to kind of clam up in here somewhere along the line. Shalom, shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this devil platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely, lovely, lovely evening in which the Most High Yah has made. And I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. Yes, we got a good topic this evening to talk about. Um, yes, we got a wonderful topic to cover this evening. And what is it? I'm missing something. Oh, I have to crawl out of this chair. It's a large chair, but um, and I say to you all, I'm going to have to take out a minute. I'm just running so behind, but I'm gonna take a minute. Let me. Uh, let's see here where we're going. Uh, and I will take just a second. Uh, take a second, and I will be back. It's just that something came. Nehemiah.
Bartholomew.
Oh, the little old lady again. Oh, here I come. All righty. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to take care of something. All right. We're going to have a pretty good message today. And I want to cover this message because I believe, and I'm speaking what I believe, what I can discern me in the ruach that's in me, but what I am able to discern. I'm going to speak about it because I think it's more evil in people's heart than anything. And how you tap into that evil is where people get offended by the words that you are speaking. Uh, you really pretty much, they don't know, but you really know, you tend to know who's who and what's what by the reactions and the words that people speak, even though they don't understand that they're speaking out of themselves, which is their flesh. They also are identifying really who they are, you see. So I think that we need to talk about this level of heart and heart that is evil. I think we are in this. I hear a lot of. I ain't gonna say I hear a lot of people. I hear this individual used to say all the time, "They in la la land," and I truly believe that because I believe as long as you talking something that does not hit home, people are very much content. But when it hit home, oh no, they don't know how to say or to just accept and feel that thing. You know how Sister Deborah say, "I feel that thing." Just feel it. But instead, you can tell that they have no idea that the words are being spoken because it's not that I know exactly who you are, but y'all do. So if he gives me the words to speak, then he know who he's crossing out. This is a message that's going to require many to unsubscribe. There are millions of people on these devil platforms that one can subscribe to and one can like and whatever. I would suggest you not come here time after time when nothing I am really saying is piercing your spirit being. Uh, like I say, as long as you say things that don't hit one's, don't come to the door, to their door, or hit home with them, they good. But say something that, or speak or teach something that goes all the way home with them. Oh no, oh no. I want to first and foremost say this to you all. This is where I know people are very caught up in the ignorance of their flesh. First and foremost, when I am speaking on this devil platform, I'm always letting you know what I'm learning from Yah. I'm learning this from him. Now, just think of this. If you had a professor or a teacher, don't they have to go and be taught to get it, to teach it? Woo, Father, Yah. I see where you're going with this. They have to go years to school and learn what they're going to teach others. Can they teach something they don't get? Woo-wee! Can they teach something that's not applied to them first? No, they can't. So I want to get something straight in here. I don't need to be added to everything I say. Because where the ignorance in the flesh is, he first had to say it to me before I can say it to you. How about that? So it ain't for me to be added in when I'm saying something here. And that's where, flesh is heavy, real heavy in people's hearts. I mean, it's a hardcore flesh. I mean, it's rotten. And they have no idea. It's because before they can just apply the message and make them say, let me check, because that kind of hit home. Let me kind of check myself. Let me get myself right with what she's saying with Yah. Instead, they like to add me to what I'm saying to thee. Praise the mighty Yah, which is a very dangerous person. It's their heart that ain't right. Why? Why would Yah be in me and teach me what to say to you without it being applied to me? Do you see what I'm saying? What would it look like for Yah to say, Deborah, this? And you know the beauty of it? He gives me the choice. If you want to, you can. You can tell him what I've told you. That's why he constantly tell me. You can go tell him. You can stand on the mountain and tell him. But if I don't give it to him or open the door or plant the seed, no matter what you say, baby, it's going in one ear and out the next. So what did this sister do? She goes and she applies it to you two. So when I'm speaking, I don't need to be included. How, if a teacher is teaching her students, do she have to be included in trying to learn that which she went all these years to school to learn, to teach them? Why do she have to sit in the seat of the children in which she teaches? It doesn't make any sense. So Sister Deborah, don't need to be added to what I'm saying, because it wouldn't have got to you had not he gave it to me. So how did it bypass me to get to you? You see the ignorance of the flesh? Because the flesh like to kind of pull out some things to ease themselves. If I could just include her, then therefore it'll make me not feel what she's saying at the level of or the way that I'm feeling. But they don't understand. The discerning spirit, it is to penetrate beyond anything, y'all. I don't need nobody in my face right here. I don't need nobody sitting with me in the same house. I can discern what an individual is speaking and understanding where their mental state in their flesh is really at. They can just say 2 or 3 words and I can get it. I can get it. That's just how he formed me. So believe me when I say Yah is not going to give me something and give me the choice to speak it unto you. So he giving me the choice to speak it unto you. So if I don't speak it unto you, who was it given to? Me. So is he bypassing me? No, he's telling it to me like he would be telling it to you. So it's no such thing that Sister Deborah needs to be added and included to what she is speaking. It's just like the ignorance of an individual is to think that I'm not included when I was given it from him What was the sense of him giving it to me if I'm not already included? You see the ignorance? But they like to include me so they can speak to others in their life. You see what I'm saying? Because it makes them feel, I believe, this is how I'm looking at this. I believe it makes them feel unguilty. Because if I can include her and she's like that, then it's okay because she's like that too. No, baby. That's a game of the flesh. A smart one, but like the Father said, if it was so, it will fool the very elect. And the problem is, people never believed that Yah had his elects on this earth. They never accepted the elects. You see? So he's saying, if it were, because he knew heaven didn't orchestrate for his elect to be food. Now you can get 1,000,000 pastors, bishops, priests teaching that, and they'll tell you he said his elect would be food. No, he said, if it were possible, and meaning that it ain't, because they my elects. So I catch everything, you guys. And I really catch things in which the Ruach says, check that. Check that so you know where you stand. See, I told you. Y'all forever telling me, see, what did I tell you? See, what did I tell you? The hearts are getting harder and harder because they really is in a place they should not be. Like I say, it's 1,000,000 of platforms on this devil platform. I was you, I get me a ticket, I go fast. I sign up, I subscribe, and I wake up, go to sleep, watch them and just get on there and just do it. Just do it up. Because many people are looking for their flesh to get victory. That's pretty much it. But on this page, I'm not gonna just cut your throat. I'm gonna stab you in the back. I'm gonna stab you in the gut. I'm going to stab you everywhere you need to be spiritual stabbed in your flesh, and your spirit going to feel that thing, even though your flesh is so high and mighty and think that it can come up with a reason not to feel this thing. Okay, so this, what I'm about to teach you, is going to show you who the true prophets were, is, how they died, what happened. What happened to the apostles? The ignorance of people is what they're not getting. Their hearts has been hardened. They're seeing things, they're perceiving things, and they come into their own understanding. And one thing that's happening today, y'all ain't bothering nobody. He letting everybody float right where they going. I told you he poured the tare from the wheat. He letting you go exactly where you are comfortable in your flesh going. He don't have no problem. And that's the same way I see it. Go somewhere else to another page tonight, because Sister Deborah finna do some real cutting up. Okay? Because what I realized, and I continue to realize through the Ruach, speak that spirit and truth no matter what. Because someone you think listening, they cannot hear you. It's not a time where he say, they say they see Deborah. They cannot see. They say they hear Deborah. They cannot hear. In just the way, it's a comfort for me. So I don't put so much light and spirit and truth out there to the point where it all wastes. And that's why I say unto you, that one that Yah is speaking of is that one that's in the oneness in the body of Christ, which is the body of Hamashiach. They're in there. They can hear. They can go so deep in what I'm saying, and they'll pull out something and nail it. because they are already in that oneness. And that's how they get it. Then you get others want to challenge what you say, and they go to the back door to do it. And how I saw it done is they're adding Sister Deborah to the back door with them. Oh, baby, no, I can't go where you going. You go alone, because that's where your heart is at. Go on to that back door yourself, honey. I'd already stepped in the front door. When I stepped in the door, it was open for me. So you can go on to the back door. You don't need me to go to the back door. You go yourself. Okay? So don't be and include me, because the ignorance of individuals who includes me, they are so ignorant because their hearts are hardened. You see? How are you going to include somebody that's trying to teach you? How are you going to include in somebody that got the light and trying to show you the way to the light and give you spirit and truth? But you want to include them because you think those that's in the live chat is paying attention to how you are including me to make it comfortable for the live chat. Play your game somewhere else. It's time to take off. Move on. Okay? So this one here, I want to first explain to you about my brothers. My brothers who lost their lives. These were the same ones that walked with Yeshua HaMashiach. And they were the first ones that were given outside of Yeshua the Ruach HaKodesh. And once you receive that Ruach HaKodesh, nobody's supposed to like you. Nobody's supposed to hear you. Nobody's supposed to believe you. You see? See, that's the ignorance of people. This is the part that has been fully denied since the beginning of time. That y'all servants ain't here for you to like them. They're not here for you to think that, hey, you in there with them, they in there with you. No, baby. They here to be your enemy. And that's the ignorance of others. And they are your enemy. So these people are not your friend. We are called as servants of the Most High Yah. He's given us the things we need to run this journey. And what he has given us has nothing to do with you having to be partaker in it, or liking it, or agreeing, or subscribing, okay? Or even sitting listening, or even following. You see? You're supposed to be the enemy to the servants of Yah. I want you to set that right there for a minute, because what I'm about to teach, I'm going to show y'all something to show y'all Sister Deborah is right where she's supposed to be. And everything I said, and I say it, and I have said in time past, it's supposed to cut your darn throat. That's it. See, people want to step on the rim of spirit and truth, or the ruach in them, with all that flesh desire that they all that answer. I'm in there. I got this. I got that. I'm in there. No, you're not as in there as you think. Because Father Yah is already forcing me to use the gifts in which he has embedded in me. And I try to just teach, but he's giving me more. So I know who I'm dealing with. And he'll check me too. He'll say, now, did you see that? Go back and read what it said in your live chat. And because he know I'm the type of person, honey, y'all, I do these videos. I don't go back to them things and look until the spirit of y'all tell me. Go back. Hear that. Hear this. Listen. Pay attention. Watch that one. Watch that one. Be careful. He said, I would not have you to be ignorant. Because the device of wicked and evil It's deep. And it comes from all corners, even from up and down. So I want to get into this message, and I want to first and foremost, I had to go and get, oh, where's my, oh, I think I have it here. Okay, let's start off with Peter. Hey, oh yeah. Let's start off with Peter. Okay. Peter was one of the disciples. Then when Yeshua left, he became an apostle. And he was one of the kind of the top one. He was the one that the Father in the kingdom gave him the keys to the kingdom. Oh, praise the Most High Yah. And Yeshua had no idea. Yeshua had no idea that the Father had gave Peter the keys to the kingdom. He had no idea. That's why Peter said, wait a minute, hold up. Flesh and blood didn't reveal that to you. That's what Yeshua said. Flesh and blood didn't reveal that to you. Oh, but the Father in heaven. See what Peter had said. See, y'all don't have to answer. You ain't nobody that y'all have to call Sister Deborah to answer to you. I don't have to answer to nobody. No flesh on this earth. I don't have to. I will and I do, but I don't have to. So listen to this. Peter, the Peter that was once a disciple, and he then being an apostle, he died. They crucified him upside down in Rome. Just imagine. They turned him upside down and crucified him upside down. Hey, Peter, wait a minute. You one of the disciples who became the apostles. You was the one that the Ruach was in you. Hold up, Peter. Where you going, Peter? What happened, Peter? Peter, you started the churches among Israel and Judah. Peter, you even questioned Paul. Peter, surely you didn't go out like that. They felt fit to crucify Peter upside down. Wait a minute, hold up. Wait a minute. Wasn't that the Peter who walked with Yeshua HaMashiach? Come on now. Wait a minute. Was that the Peter was in the day of Pentecost in the upper room? When the Ruach came, and was not that Peter that had miracles and signs and wonders? Come on now. But why would they do that? Why would they do that? Upside down. Let's go to Peter's brother, James. Oh, wait a minute. Peter's brother. Let me see which one. Make sure I got that right. No, Peter's brother, Andre. That wasn't James. Peter's brother, Andre, suffered a similar death as Peter. Wait a minute, wasn't he one of the apostles? Wasn't he one of the disciples? Yes. But the people killed him. Israel and Judah was partaker 100% in the one that was born in their own nation, the Lion of Judah, Yeshua, where these men today is claiming who they are. But if he was here today, there be still those brothers be trying to kill him like they killing each other. No different. So Andre, he died similar to Peter. Wait a minute now. Wasn't he a disciple? Then became an apostle? Wait a minute. Wasn't he in the upper room when the Ruach came? Didn't he have the Ruach? See, even having the Ruach in them. Look what they suffered, child. Now, don't forget now, before death, they also been beaten. They've been in prisons for years. They've been beaten. That's before they even died. So you think I, Sister Deborah, a prophetess of Yah, is concerned about you? Please. You better find out who you are so you can continue to walk in your flesh, because that's where your heart is. And if you of the spirit, you need to get your butt over in that side and walk therein. And stop trying to be so connected to the terror if you know that you're the weak. So I, Sister Deborah, I want to check y'all on these individuals who was all that and some. But look how they went out. What was it all about? If I had the live chat open, I asked them a question. Well, what was all of it about? What was it all about? Let me go and nail that while the Father said it to me right now. What was all that about? Well, why did you have to kill crucify Peter? Why did you have to crucify Andre and all the others? Why would all of the apostles done like that? Let me tell y'all what it was. The same thing this sister on the devil's platform trying to tell a bunch of lost people who have hardened hearts, spirit and truth. And they ain't gonna get it. That's why the Father keep telling me. You can stand on a mountain, Deborah, that the seed that I have that's placed in them, or it might not. They're not going to get it. You can break it down as low as you can get it and as high as it can go. That's how hardened the hearts are in this world today. Now, guess why they died? Now one of you would know if I had the live chat. You'll say, oh, this and this and this and this and this. Why did these people die? Let me tell you, they died for one thing. One thing. And that's what I be on this devil platform giving you. They died for it. And you think I'm here caught up from the floor up in what you think and what you feel about what I say? Kick rocks. I mean, tonight, really kick it as far as you can kick it. Because I not learned, I have embraced the fact that everybody before me died for that one thing that I'm on this devil platform trying to teach in this midnight hour. Ain't trying to teach it, but speak it. And they still don't get it. They didn't get it then, Deborah. They ain't going to get it now. The question, place it within you. Why did all of them die? And why did all the prophets have to die? Why did all the disciples have to die? 99.15 billion don't know. You don't know. Nobody would ever know. Because it's not meant for people to know. Why? 2024, if they don't know it by now, they ain't gonna know it. One thing. One thing. These people died because of one thing. Did heaven have them a sign? Yes, because they was riding on that one thing. Same thing, Sister Deborah. I'm not supposed to be liked, loved, understood, agreed with. I'm not supposed to. To those that's heavily in their flesh, they'll find errors in the way I say it and how I say it. They will always feel offended, but yet don't check themselves. So if I'm saying something, you get offended, then don't you need to check yourself and not so much as me? You get what I'm saying? It's time to check yourself. Guess what they died from, y'all? I'm blessed to be able to live this day to tell you. No, I'm going to tell you after I tell you what each one of them died from. Let me do it like that. So we get here to James. And James was another disciple that turned into an apostle that walked with Yeshua HaMashiach. He died too. He was executed with the sword. James, when he in the upper room, hold up. Didn't he receive the Holy Spirit? Hold up. What went wrong? What's going on? And I sit here and I say unto you, when you finish with your hardened heart, I still got the Ruach in me. You ain't going to be able to bounce it your way. Because I know who I am. But I can guarantee you don't know who you are. I know who I am, and I will guarantee you don't know who you are. James was executed with the sword. Do you know these people were beaten? They were put in jail. So many things was done to them. Every city they go in, somebody out to kill them, and someone beating them, and they get thrown in jail. For one thing. Father, this is a long time coming. Father, yeah, this is a long time coming. Then I get to Philip. Hold up, Philip. Oh, Philip. Another apostle. He was a disciple. Walked with Yeshua HaMashiach. Saw the miracles, signs, and wonders. Oh, was Philip in the day of Pentecost in the upper room? Was Philip there? Sure, Philip was there. Philip was present. He received the Ruach HaKodesh as well that came with power. Philip was stoned to death. Philip was stoned to death. Philip was stoned to death. I'm going to get it. Matthews. I don't know of I heard that Matthews was in the upper room, but he was considered somewhat of an apostle somewhere along the line. And it said he died. They killed him by the sword. They martyred him by the sword. And there was another Simon. They sawed him in half. These were people full of the Ruach HaKodesh, but they were sawed. He was hauled. Simon was sawed in half. He was another apostle. And one is called Bartholomew. He was a disciple that turned into an apostle. Yes, he was. He was another one. They skinned him alive. They skinned him alive. They skinned him alive. Somewhere along the line, there were two, something about John. One died of natural cause. I also remember one was put in a pot. One was put in the pot and boiled. They boiled them to death. I do know that. I can't remember who it was, but The purpose of me saying that, all these people, all of them had the Holy Spirit in them. Why were they brought to that level, to the point of death? Why? For one thing. One thing. And they died. The hearts and the hardened hearts of the people were so hardened against them. This is the sort of thing they did to them. So you think I'm worried about you and what you have to say and how you might think? Nor are you just lost. You lost with the cause and without. That means you can't stand a chance. When I see them leaving up out of here like that, because people, like people today, have such a raggedy, wicked heart. And I'm going to go on and tell you what the Spirit, and this, you know what, y'all, this wasn't even a part of it, but I'm showing you how the Spirit that's in me, he speaks when he speaks. When he say add this, I add it. And you know what he told me? Because I wanted to put one thing, and it is one thing because it works together. And because you didn't know Genesis, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with Yah, and the Word was Yah. What happened in the beginning? He created it, all things, by the what? The word in which he spoke, and what happened? And his power. These disciples lost their lives because of the word. The word. Had not they opened their mouth regarding the word. Do you think they died because this book here, these words? That's why you lost. Ain't gonna remain lost. All of them died, not because of this book, but the word. When you heard Samuel, not that one Samuel, Stephen, they were stoning him to death. And what did he say? Forgive them, for they know not. So I sit and I tell you today what you did not know. Same thing Stephen was saying. They know not what they do. They were stoning, killing, and stoning Stephen. What did he do to him? He gave them the word. That's what I'm saying about me. Yeah, I speak about myself because I know who's in me. I know who's been teaching me since I was 4. I know what he has instilled in me, what he has shown me, how he has delivered me, how he's walked on every side of me. He's walked up and down me. And you know what? Ain't nothing you're going to be able to step over what he done shown me and what he has given me regarding me. I look at these people, all of those disciples. They left families to go give the people in each town what? The word. And because of the what? The word. You really think it was this book, huh? You see how foolish y'all been all these years? The word is not a book full of stories for instructions and guide to learn and to study. A study guide. But this wasn't present with Peter, Andre, Matthews, James, John, Philip. This book wasn't there. But how did they lose their lives? Had their mouth never opened and spoke the word of Yah. What is the word of Yah? It's all power in it. It's that much power in the word of Yah. That's why Sister Deborah talk about it and speak about it with so much boldness, because it's entitled to be boldness. Not only that, with so much power do I speak about this word. I will not, and I will deny that this book is not the word. It is words for studying. You have to be able to go in it to understand what it's saying. Now you got 99 point time, 99 times 9, no, 99.9 times 15 billion people who don't even know that those people lost their lives because of the word. Because of the word. Had not they spoke the word, they would never have lost their lives. So you see how they lied to you all these years. All these years. That's why nobody's died. That's why ain't nobody killing nobody. Because they ain't speaking the word. You think Sister Deborah and what she's speaking, you know why it's so little? Because I'm speaking the word. And I won't turn back. Too many lost their lives doing what I'm doing today. Too many lost. Who stands and get their skin? What did they do to him? They skinned him. That's what they call it. Oh man, they skinned him alive. That's what it says. Disciple, an apostle. I was told somebody got put in a pot and boiled to death. Crucified upside down. Stone. Sawed in half. Oh, Father, y'all. But you're going to stand in the year of 2024 and try to buckle up and buckle down on his prophets today. Now, what I'm saying to you, you ain't going to get not one on this devil platform and no other. Bring it to the light that every last one of them died for one reason. They died for the word. No one hated them for nothing they did outside of the word that they spoke. And for that reason, they killed them. Is it the hour in which Yah assigned them out? Yes. But he did not sign them out to go like they did. But if he did Yeshua like that and didn't come down to get him off the cross or didn't come down to Gethsemane to help him out, he wasn't going to help them out. Because when death comes, it is an assignment that's written in the kingdom. That's why Paul says, I fought a good fight. I finished the course. What was his fight, y'all? What was his fight? Paul, what was the fight? Paul, they don't know what the fight was about. Peter, you got crucified upside down. Oh, and another one of you got sawed in halves, and one got skinned alive. They still in the year of 2024 have none whatsoever idea of why the people hated you so much to the point of taking you out the way that they did. You know why? It was the word that brought people to hate them. It is the word that caused people to hate. And as I said over and over and over, just that one. That's all I need. And as long as y'all send that one, I look not for another. I'm not looking for many. I'm not looking for people who've been following me for a long time. Because to me, the longer they follow, the more their heart get hardened. Because they're following for all the wrong reasons. All the wrong reasons. And I give glory and honor to the Most High Yah I tell y'all, I am so grateful. And I need to be so grateful for him to allow me to be able to speak that same word that these people died because they spoke it. And not a church on this earth will break that down to you. They won't do it because they can't. They have no idea that the word, many lost their lives. So here we go. Now you finna understand it in a way you may not have ever. Let's go to Jeremiah. In the book of, these don't seem like all my verses. In the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2 and verse 27. Now, Sister Deborah finna take you into my brothers, my other brothers, my spiritual brothers. I want to take you to Jeremiah 2, verse 27. And Sister Deborah have said several times to you all that you should already know who you serve. You should know if you the terror or if you the weak. All you have to do is measure your own heart, your thought pattern. Jealousy, envy, hate, proud, boasting, ego, self-centered, me, mine's, we. All this boasting. People boast within themselves and ain't got nothing but hell over water in their lives. Ain't got nothing going, miserable, but yet boast within themselves. Now, let me go to Jeremiah chapter 2. In Jeremiah chapter 2, he's saying something here in verse 27. In Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 27. Now, I want to show you all that what is actually going on, even as I speak today. This is where you understand how bad, how far in the midnight hour we really are residing. And in that midnight hour comes with no understanding. See, the understanding is the ruach. It don't come with none. So that's why people don't care if you're not teaching them spirit and truth. People don't care about the light. People don't care about the word. I do. Because I had today learn each one that died and how they died. Even the prophets. Horrible deaths. All because of one thing. Y'all said to the prophet, you go tell them this. When they go tell them this, that's when they begin to hate them to the point of killing them. So they died because of that same thing, the word. What do you mean, Deborah? The people told Yeshua, we don't have no problem you being who you say you are, but you're not going to say you are Yahuwah. Okay? You can say you anything you want and we'll believe you, we'll follow you or whatever, but don't you say you him. Why? Because Yeshua is the what? The word. And the word is who? Yeshua. Not Yeshua, Yahuwah. See? But don't you say you Yah. You don't say you Yah. Don't say that you Yah. We'll accept you as long as you say you the Son or you Yeshua. We'll have no problem. But don't you come up on us saying you Yah. Because they know what comes with being Yah. The word, the power, and the spirit. And they didn't want Yeshua being a part of that. So here today, year 2024, they still have no idea of why he was crucified, why they murdered him. Was it written? Yes. But what was in the mindset to take him out? All they kept saying is what he said. You say you are. You said this. You said that. It was all about what he said. What did he say? The word. Was Yeshua quoting these scriptures in this book? No, he didn't have this book. You see how foolish you all are to believe this book is the word? This book is a study guide that leads you and cause you to study it enough to desire the word in the process of reading words. Because that's what's going to give you the eye opener, is the Ruach. Because so much has been placed in this book that does not and has taken away from the word, which is Yah, to where he wants you to understand, I would teach you all things. Get me in you, and then I teach you what is truth and what is not. I show you what is the light and what is not the light. I show you where they smeared here and smeared there. And I tell you who did it. Yah will give you all of that. But the people don't want that. They want that feeling that give them that security in their flesh. They want that feeling in their flesh that they got it. So here go Jeremiah chapter 2 and verse 27. We're going to go to 32. 2 and 27. And it reads, Jeremiah chapter 2 and verse 27. Saying to a stock, thou art my father, and to a stone, thou hast brought me forth. For they have turned their back unto me, and not their face. Now, ain't that crazy? This is Israel. How you gonna turn your back to Yah? That don't even make any sense. And no, you're gonna turn your back. Listen to what he said. They have turned their backs unto me, and not their face. These are some sick people. That's what you're dealing with today. Now, what did he say? But in the time of their trouble, they would say, arise and save us. Now, what are you coming with that, Deborah? Yah is saying to you all, this is what your mindset is set up thinking, that you're going to have the ability to call on him. He going to come deliver you. Somewhere they've been teaching you and preaching to you the lies, the deception. And you've been living your life as your flesh, thinking that you all in there and you got it and you nailing it and you going to get this and you going to be this and you going to be that. But listen to what he says. He says, in that time of their trouble, they will say, arise and save us. Now listen to this, verse 28. But where are thy gods that thou hast made thee? Let them arise, if they can serve thee in the time of thy trouble. See, Yah knows already what Sister Deborah is saying, is that in this day and time, people got their own God. You want me to tell you where their number one God is? Themselves. They look at it, we don't need him no way. We got this, we got that, we have this, we got this, we got this land, we got all this. They got so much to where they have made themselves their own God. And that's what I keep hearing for the last, almost a year. Our brothers then turned into when we are gods. See, they didn't know that they are turning themselves and placing themselves as God to take the place of Yah, being the Yah. They done turned themselves into God to where every time they talk, oh yeah, see, we gods too. See, we are gods. That's all you hear them saying nowadays. But the truth be told, a person don't have to say that they are gods. They have made themselves God anyway, because they have put all trust in what they have, what they're gonna get, what they're doing, who they are, what they don't need. Oh, I don't need that. I don't need this. I don't need this. I got this. You made your own self, your own God. So when he's saying this, people will bypass the fact that I ain't made nobody my God, but just you sure right. You made yourself your God. So this is what he says. This is what he says. Let them arise, he says in verse 28. But where are thy gods that thou hast made thee? Let them arise if they can save thee in the time of thy trouble. For according to the number of thy cities are thy gods, O Judah. Oh, Judah. When I want to say to you all, I am a living prophet here on the earth and not a dead one. I can truly vouch for this. I keep telling y'all about yourself. Those that are Judah, I'm telling you, they done made themselves gods. They done got to the point where they are the God. They even tell the women, it's coming a time with women, you ain't got a man, you ain't got no protection, you're gonna be out there. But let me tell you something. It's not that's what's out there. It's you within the tribe, Judah. You're killing your own. So why are we going to need protection from you before we need protection from them? And that's what Judah has not come to understand. People have not realized you need protection from your own tribe. Because within the tribe, they taking each other out. And you're walking around with a large smile on your face as if you justify, clarify, and identify as all is well and nothing's wrong. I heard a brother tell, ain't no brother, I heard Judah tell all the gangs that y'all need to come together and work together and stick together. Now, ain't no righteous now. But now you're telling them to come together and stick together because what you see. And y'all gonna give y'all a little, he's gonna give you just enough for you to see that you still ain't gonna be delivered out of it. Because everybody got this mindset that no matter what go on, he gonna deliver me. No, y'all, that's not how he's gonna route it. Now, here he said that in 28, Jeremiah chapter 2 and verse 28, but where are thy gods that thou hast made thee? Let them arise if they can save thee in the time of thy trouble. See, y'all already know that we're going to have trouble. And you have heard over and over by me and others telling us, warning us that the trouble is before us. Do you think it's going to change these wicked hearts? No, because they made themselves their own God. They think they're going to be able to protect themselves. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. It's not a morning that I wake up and a night that I lay down and tell the Father, without you, I can do nothing. I cannot protect myself. Because what is about, what is being brought forth is the tribulation, is what he said that it would be. So therefore, we're not going to escape what it's going to be and what it said it's going to be. No matter if we get land, no matter if we stock food, no matter what we do, we're not going to escape tribulation. So why not count on the one that you know that's going to protect you and keep you in this time? Oh no, we'll wait till things start happening, then we'll call. But what did he say? You're going to call on the same one you've been calling, because when you call on me, you're just going to be out there. And a lot of people have no idea that that's exactly how it's going to go. You're going to be stuck right out there. Okay. So it says, and then he says, right here, he says, in the time of thy trouble, for according to the number of cities are thy gods, O Judah. See, they won't preach that to y'all. They won't teach that thing to y'all. They won't say nothing to you about that, but that's okay. Verse 29, wherefore will ye plead with me? Ye all have transgressed against me, said Yah. Verse 30. In vain have I smitten your children. That means killed. They receive no correction. Mm, 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 mm. Your own sword have devoured your prophets. Your own swords that Yah has given you prophets, and your own swords have devoured them. The true prophets. See, the fake ones, that's what everybody loving. Oh, they want the fake ones because the fake ones ain't going to pinpoint, go through all of that, bam, and hit you. Oh, no, they ain't going to do that because they looking for the multitude. They looking for the world to entertain. They looking for the follower of the world. They're not looking for those who are in the light. They're looking for those who are in darkness, those who can follow them. So nothing they say is going to come piercing you and find you. You know why? Because they're feeding the world. And that's why many like to end up being tamed by, because they won't pinpoint them. But when Sister Deborah speaks, I'm going to speak like that sword is in my hand and I'm swinging it every way Yah tells me to. Yes, I am. Okay. So then he says here in verse 30, in vain have I smitten your children. They receive no correction. Your own sword has devoured your prophets like a destroying lion. Judah, he's talking to you, but you don't hear him, do you? Like you never did. All right. So verse 31, O generation, see ye the word of Yah. Have I been, listen to this, have I been a wilderness unto Israel, a land of darkness? Wherefore it said, my people, we are lords. We will come no more unto thee. This is Israel and Judah. Do you really believe they said that then? And it's not what they saying now? Now it's worse. So you know they saying it now. Because their mindset of their flesh is not going to let them go in the lane of the light. It's not going to let them. Why? Because heaven got them wrote in and wrote out. So that's why Sister Deborah looks for the narrow gate and will until I die. I would only desire that one. I'm not looking for the multitude to go in the way that's going to feed the world and those that in darkness. So verse 32. Can a maid forget her ornament, or a bride her entire attire? Yet my people have forgotten me days without numbers. You know, that's a long time. Days without numbers, y'all. What people do not, and it ain't that they don't understand, it's not meant for them. A lot of people think that where they at is where they have gotten themselves, because they think where they at is where it's at. But as the days go on, the time go, even when the moment Sister Deborah is off here and others are off, no, others can be on here. Because when it all said and done, it's the wheat has been separating from the tare. And it's going to show who's who and what's what. And it's already doing it. And that's a beautiful thing to me. That is a beautiful thing. Now, right here, he let them know, Judah them. He let them know that your sword has killed the prophets. Why? Anybody that coming to bring the word of Yah are murdered. That's why they can't have a large people, followers, subscribing. They don't have the world following behind them. That's really what it's all about. because the world hates the servants of Yah. Even Israel and Judah hate the servants of Yah. It is not created that you like the prophets, y'all. It's not created that way. Yah didn't orchestrate it that way, or else all these apostles would not have lost their lives, and men of Yah would not have lost their lives. All the prophets would not have lost their lives if it was so. This is the problem where people are the wheat and the tare. But I like the wheat and the tare because I myself, it helps Sister Deborah out. It helps me to see the will of the Father be brought forth. It does something to me from the inside because he's allowing me to live to behold what was already prophesied. But what he wants me to continue to do is keep embracing it, because this need be. All these apostles and men of Yah after them were murdered, all because of the word. All the prophets, look, not all of them, most of them, majority of them, lost their lives because they come, Yah give them a word, they take that word in there, and each time they took it, they got more hated. What was Yah giving these prophets to take to the people, to make these people hate the prophet? Because the prophet was talking to the flesh in the spiritual message from Yah. And they did not like it like it is today. Now, what are those that's having all these subscribers and like? The world is loving them, right? Because they're not sending you the word. They're not speaking the word from Yah to the people. They speaking chaos. And it's not the word. The disciples wasn't out there telling Roman, your whole country, your whole thing is going to come down because you did this. And no. They were out building the church, starting the church, you guys, speaking the word. It was their duty to get the true word out to the people, and they lost their lives. Same thing with the prophets. He wasn't telling them to go into the world and tell them they tower was about to fall down. Yah wasn't sending them into the world. Yah always sent his prophets to Israel and Judah. He never sent them out to what you would call the world to warn them, as if the world going to stop doing what they're going to do. That's why they call the world. They're not going to pull back and say, let me stop then because she said or he said that. No. Even when the word is put forth, it's like a two-edged sword. It's going to pierce you one way or the other. And that's what makes people flee. And it's a good thing. It's like the serpent getting healed, your heels slamming on the serpent head. Bam! Let me get out of here. That's what it's all about. And that's what makes people run. It's because they don't want the heel on their head. Because the head is the serpent. It represents their flesh. They don't want nothing here to interfere with the way of their flesh. That's why they get comfortable going places that's going to give them that satisfy them here, which is a beautiful thing for Sister Deborah. I'm grateful. When I get to Jeremiah chapter 26 and verse 8, when I get to Jeremiah chapter 26, verse 8 to 14, watch this here. Now, it came to pass when Jeremiah had made an end of speaking all that Yah had commanded him to speak unto all the people. Now, here go Jeremiah. Now, wait a minute. Jeremiah, was this your word? Now, Deborah, it was what Yah told me to say. So was what Yah told you his word, or was it yours? Deborah. It was Yah word. I mean, it didn't come from this book, Jeremiah. It came from Yah. So I was just telling them what Yah said. Now listen to this, y'all. This is a prime example. Jeremiah chapter 26, verse 8. Now it came to pass when Jeremiah had made an end of speaking all that Yah had commanded him to speak unto all the people, that the priests and the prophets and all the people took him, saying, thou shalt surely die. Thou shalt surely die. And all the people, the priests and the prophets and all the people took him, saying, thou shalt truly die. See, they don't want to, nobody wants to hear nothing out of nobody's mouth that's going to cause a judgment to their flesh. If an individual hears Sister Deborah and they feel offended, or they feel like the words are harsh and they hitting home, you know what? You got a little chance there if you correct it within your heart. Because if you turn it away and look at it and say, oh, I feel offended, or I'm hurt, or it hitting strong, it needs to hit you where it needs to hit you, where Yah can get you. He ain't gonna get your tail if it's not hitting where it needs to hit you, so he can get you. See, that's the problem. No one wants you to open your mouth unless you're saying what we want to hear. I am so fed up with that. I am so fed up with it. Because I made 100, I think 15, maybe not even 50, about 1,400 videos. And he said to me, if you turn away any day, it'll be okay. You got your rewards already in heaven. So I ain't losing nothing to turn away. I'm just doing it to have something to do, because he's still feeding me. And I said, Father, as long as you can give me the strength, I shall continue to run. And he said, if you get you get weary, you know you got a lane to run in. You got a lane. See, and that to me is so much comfort, so much assurance that you ain't got nothing to lose. But keep your mouth closed and let them go somewhere else. See what they gain. And let them walk straight into where they need to walk, because Deborah, the wheat and tare has been separated. So let them run today as fast as they can where they need to go. And don't even give it no thought. Now listen to what he says. Jeremiah 26 and verse 8. And here they is in verse 9. This is after Jeremiah was speaking to all the people and commanding them, and him speaking to all the people, because Yah had told Jeremiah to say something to the people. Now watch this here. Verse 9. Why hast thou prophesied in the name of Yah, saying, this house shall be like Shalom, and this city shall be desolated, be without an inhabitation. And all the people were gathered together. All the people were gathered against Jeremiah in the house of Yah. Now you tell me, ain't that some clown? At least I can sit in my house and make videos from here. It's still the same effect. They going after Jeremiah in the house. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know he was in the house. They all gathered against Jeremiah because he was telling them the place is going to be desolated, and it's the whole inhabitation is going to be desolated. And they didn't like him saying that. But I didn't know he was in the house of Yah. That's just showing you don't care where you're at when you speak word. When you speak that word, it is a threat. It's threats. threatens people because they don't want the word to have nothing to do with them, or don't go saying the word that's going to cause me to feel offended. Don't go speaking the word if it's going to cause me to be hurt in my feelings and my emotions and my personal opinion. And I have to add you in and say you too because I'm offended. It's a game out here, y'all. It's a game out here. Okay. Now it's verse 10. When the priests, not princes, when the princes of Judah heard these things, then they came up from the king's house unto the house of Yah and sat in the entry of the new gate of the Lord's house. Now here go Judah. The princess with Judah, the princess of Judah. When they heard what Jeremiah was saying, here they come. They come in and they sat at the entry gate of the Lord's house. Why? Because they didn't like what Jeremiah was saying. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love how the Father used the word of who he is, who he stands for, as a power punch to delete and cause the serpent to slither, to cause the wheat to be separated from the tare, and the tare to be separate from the wheat. All it takes is the word. The word will separate people from people. And that's a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing. Now listen to this. Now all of them about to go up against Jeremiah. Verse 11. Then spake the priests and the prophets unto the princes and to all the people, saying, this man is worthy to die, for he has prophesied against this city, as ye have heard with your own ears. That's the prophets and the princes and the priests. You see how potent the head dogs against Jeremiah. They feel he should die because of what he said. Now you see what I'm saying? Verse 12. Then spoke Jeremiah unto all the princes and to all the people, said, Yah sent me to prophesy against this house and against this city and all the words that ye have heard. Now what happened? All because of the word that Yah sent him in there to say. They find, all of them find room that he shall be killed. That's how all the prophets, the majority of them, died. It's because Israel and Judah, and this one here is deeply on Judah, always was against the word of Yah. Now people speaking the words in this book and leading people as pastor, pastor, bishop, priest, evangelist, Maureen, seers, watchmen, what else? Ministers on this devil platform, prophets, prophetess, they all for it. That's why they followers so great, because they're not speaking the word. And when we tell you what bothered me, it's when I said to the Father, your true anointed ones that you called here on the earth, they must know that too many of your servants lost their life because of the word. And they running around here battling this book, debating it, and don't even have the word that all the prophets and all of the apostles lost their lives over. They didn't have this book, but they died because of the word. And that makes me so excited about the fact that when I tell you the word is Yah, and Yah is the word. In the beginning, it was with him. This book wasn't here. So therefore, that word is that's why they lost their lives. Now, Jeremiah, I kind of feel kind of a little sad, because Jeremiah said here, he said to them, Yah sent me to prophesy against this house and against this city all the words that ye heard. These are not my words. It's almost like he telling them, y'all, this ain't something I'm saying. This ain't me. This ain't what I'm saying. Y'all told me to sell y'all. And it's like, so what, Deborah? I'm offended. I'm hurt. You know, that's how sick it is. That's how sick it is. I think about the spirit, the 7 videos on the spirit, and the message on the flesh. I mean, I sit back and I say, Father, it's getting more potent and potent. And the more potent it gets, the less ear can hear. He said, because it's where you're at. You're in the dark days. The terror is going to where they need to go. And the wheat is going where they need to go. And you know that the gate is narrow, Deborah. So you can't expect the gate to be broad. So stay in the narrow gate. Don't go no other way but the way of the narrow. And here go Jeremiah telling all of them. Who is them? All of Judah. This is Judah, y'all. All of Judah, the priests, the princes of Judah, the priests, and the prophets. He's sitting here telling them, wait a minute, these are the words of Yah that I'm speaking to you all. But they say, so what? We need to kill you. You should die because of what you said of Yah. You see how crazy that is? So you think that I today in the year 2024 are hurt because people slide away, or people feelings are hurt, or emotions, or personal opinion? I could care less. Go as far as you can go and don't return. That's just where I'm at, baby. That's where I'm gonna stay, because I got a lane. Where is yours? Where's your lane? Okay, how about that? So Jeremiah was saying, y'all trying to kill me, but I'm just giving y'all what Yah said, the word that Yah told me to give you. That's how he died. All of them died like that, y'all. All of them died. All because of that one thing, that word. That's why people can't hear what Sister Deborah's saying. It's like a two-edged sword. It pierces one way or the other. That's why they backpack most likely ain't got nothing in it. That's why the light, they should be walking now in some light. They should have lots of spirit and truth. But when you see you've been on here with 1,400 videos and people know better than they were when they got in, it don't seem, you can feel it. You can feel it. This thing is real. I don't know where people think that y'all gonna be in you and he ain't gonna be greater in you than he is in the world. He's not gonna allow you to know nothing. You just gonna go into a dumb city. Do you know these prophets knew that they were gonna die? Because every time y'all send them in there, they ready to kill them. Every time y'all send them in there to say something, they ready to kill them. The only thing they want, no matter what they had to say, they was ready to kill them. That was the whole idea. Why? That's how powerful the word is. That's why people can sit up in the church for 40 years under this book. People can be on YouTube following people for 20 years under this book and be as lost can be. But they okay. They'll be okay. They have made their flesh their God. As long as their flesh is pleased and pleasure, they could care less. Just don't go bringing them nothing that's going to tamper with their flesh. Oh, no, we got to kill you. That's how bad it is. So I just thank Yah for giving me the opportunity to be able to come forth and be able to bring to you all the truth of the whole matter. Do he have to? No, he don't. But that's just who he is. He already know who in and who out. He said the wheat going to separate from the tare. He already knew that there was going to be a separation of the wheat and the tare. I don't know why people don't think that the wheat and the tare ain't pulled away from each other or fully pulling away from each other. It's plainly seen. It is plainly seen on all these devil platforms as well. I'm sitting here, I can sit here and watch somebody and say, already see it. I see it from in here, not from these natural eyes. Because these natural eyes, it's like, but what's in me saying, do you see this? Do you see this? Do you see this? See. You see? So I'm okay. But I tell you what, I'm going to continue to press forward with these type of messages because we are in the dark midnight hour. And the midnight hour wants you to give them what they want to get, what they desire in their flesh. I would advise you to get over where you need to go. There's a million different pages on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, so many of them on there. Entertain yourself up and entertain yourself down. Give your flesh its desire and what it needs. Go for what you need to know. Okay. So when I got to what time is it? Let me get off of here. Jeremiah chapter 38. Jeremiah chapter 38 and 16. And just imagine how, Father, yeah, all of these men had to live with their life on the line. That's a sad thing. Everywhere they go, their life was on the line. Why? Because of that word. That word. They didn't take the books, y'all. It was the word. And what was that? What Yah was in them, saying through them, people wanted to kill them for. So that's how I know that I know what I'm talking about, because I can be on here and people will be all over the place because they can't handle what I'm saying. And I've sat back and I watched it a couple of times. They'll add me in it. And I'm like saying, keep me out of it. Don't forget now, he add me in it already. He the one gave it to me. See, before y'all will cause you to give it to anybody, you first have to apply it to you. That's the ignorance of people who really got a hardened heart, but they play the role as if they in there. You see? That's why you got to be careful. You got to really be careful. And that's anywhere you go. Don't trust people because they want to get to know you. They think they know you. Be careful with that. Because that's what I also have been seeing lately. A lot of people losing their lives, trusting people they thought they knew, or they felt they knew. They thought they had something in common, some sort of communication and some sort of level of that's balance between the two. Be careful with that, because like he said, he meant that. I can't. For I just the part one thing that makes me know that it doesn't even pay to give people the truth. You know why? Whenever they think it says you'll know them by their fruit, people really think the fruit is something you see and believe. It's something they do it, something they build it. That's the fruit. How is that the fruit when it said the fruit of the spirit? How this is another one that he tells me, Deborah, I told you, I try to tell you, they don't know. They say they do, they don't know. You'll know them by their fruit. He's not talking to your flesh. He's not talking to you. He's talking to those who have him in them. And he and you are one. He wants you to know them by their fruit, so you would know who you're dealing with. But it's not the fruit of the outer man. It's the fruit of who they are on the inner man. You see what I'm saying? That's what he's talking about. Even the works of the Spirit. They not a building that you build, a garden that you plant. How is it that people all these years, even to this point of this midnight hour, can get that confused? It's because they are the tare that have grown among the wheat for so long. It's using the same technique that allowed them to be around the tare all these years. And they are pulled away. They're pulled away and they still using techniques of the wheat. They have pulled away from the tare, and the wheat has pulled away from the tare. The tare has pulled away from the wheat, but the tare is still using ways of the wheat. Why? Because it grew with it. It grew in the wheat, y'all, and it mastered the ways of the wheat. And they out here deceiving the mass, portraying to be the wheat, but they are the tare. I think of all of that. And y'all got a hand in it all. This is a part of the will. And that's why it need be. He said this got to be, because they think everything is, they in la la land, Deborah. They think this stuff is la la land. Oh, baby, no. Pestilence is coming. And when he said famine and pestilence, y'all, let me tell you, that tells Donald Trump, Biden, Campbell, or whoever her name is, anybody, anything you got, bring it on. And the people too ignorant to even see it. That means any biochemical they got, come on with it. It said pestilence, famine. Let's get with it. It has to come to pass. And when that stuff is already pouring out, I can't, like I said, I cannot understand how billions of people can be trapped in stupidity for so long. In me, I just can't. That's because my flesh is seeing it, and my spirit is like, it's going according to my Father's will. But my flesh is like, how could they be that dumb? It's still going according to the Father's will. As I looked here and listened to all these different prophets speak, even before they died, all they was doing was speaking the word. And Israel and Judah felt fit to kill the prophets. All because they were speaking the word. Not one of these prophets that you hear in this book had a King James Bible. But yet they died speaking the word. Because Yah gave his prophet the word, while the world is still swinging on words. And Yah then gave his prophets the word. That's why I can come in, go out, come in, go out as I please. I'm not caught up in the likes, the subscribers, the views. I can go in and come out, and I'm going to be all right. Why? Because greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. And like I say, I think of all of them losing their lives. And the Ruach taught me, Deborah, all in the name of the word. You see, baby, I told you. You can be on a mountaintop teaching this word in its purest form. They're going to dislike you. They're going to hate you. They're going to envy you. They're going to have jealousy. They're going to always have something to counteract you because you're speaking the word. And the reason why I tell y'all I'm so grateful is when the Ruach can teach me how all the prophets, how they died. I think one of the prophets died, they boiled them in the pot. That's who it was, a prophet. How they died, and all the apostles and those that came after them, how they died. And then I'm sitting here in the midnight hour trying to teach this thing in the purest form as the Ruach give me the word to speak. And even today, Judah still is not comfortable with the word. I just thank him for even having the Lamb Book of Life and the books. Right now, people say, when I ain't worried about it, that's just the bridge we're going to cross. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful. But guess what? You got to die to cross it. And guess what? When you die, you're going to realize it wasn't a bridge there for you to cross. It was a place you're supposed to go eternal and burn. See, that's the ignorance in them. Nobody on this earth seemed to want nothing that's going to cause them to challenge their flesh. I was dealing with the Father on those 7 days, those 7 videos about the Spirit. I said, how can you can't give them no more. You can't give them nothing no better than that. He said, you can. But they ain't going to get it. They ain't going to get it. And I'm like, but Father, but Deborah, why did you think they killed the other ones? They gave them the pure word. And they saw fit that they needed to die because of it. You see? So what makes you think in the year 2024, and I told you they're going to be worser than then, that they're going to pull up and have some sense? It's not there for. So, and another thing I am grateful for is when he say that one, Deborah. What he mean is that pure word that you give, that light, that spirit and truth, it's worth it for that one. And all the other ones, let them fall off. Be kicked to the curb. But long as you can get that one. Because that's what makes you all a body. You're in it together. Everything around you supposed to fall. Supposed to slither. Supposed to go where the tare and the wheat. Supposed to go where they supposed to go. So in this day and time, this day, ain't no time to it. We out of the time. In this day, everything's supposed to go where it needs to go. Everything. Everything. So I, Sister Deborah, say unto you, be who you are. Because you are who you are. You are who you think. You are who you feel. You are who you understand. You got your own wisdom, your own knowledge, and your own understanding. Okay? You got your own interpretation. You got your own book. Go for what you know. That's what he was just saying to Jeremiah. And was it Jeremiah on that one? Yeah. You got your own. So go. Get what you need to get. If you got to find other platforms, go. I'm only going to come on this devil platform and I'm going to speak to the one. Because I felt those 7 videos about the spirit and then coming in talking about the flesh. To me, I hit a home run. A home run. And I felt grateful when you get an individual that come into your comment and say something and say they got it. Ooh-wee. I said, Father, did you hear that? See there, Deborah, I told you that one. That's all it takes. It just does something to you. Because I'm like saying, if you can, what happened to those that you're speaking to? Why can't they get it? Why do they have to be offended? Why do they move swings have to be kicking in? Their emotions and their feelings. How could that be? How could that be? But when he showed you that one, he said, what I tell you, as long as that one, and it just did something to me. You mean, Father, flesh and blood didn't reveal it to that individual, but you, yourself, the Ruach himself, revealed it to the person. Because what the person had said, I said, that person listened to it. And I like what the individual said because it matches the conversation. And for a person to stay on the conversation itself as a whole and can be able to understand it and pull a few verses out and able to master it, don't tell me nothing. It's a like y'all say it is. Just the one, Deborah. And see, y'all one, we can't number his. That one is the ones that's in the body of Hamashiach. The true saints. The true spiritual ones get it. The other ones hoof and holler on the outside and don't have a word of understanding. But again, I just give y'all all praise, all glory, and all honor for who he is, who he was, and who he's going to be. Because even this conversation, to me, it was more for me to receive the fact that watch all of your brothers in me. Watch them. They're in me. See what they told them people. The same thing you telling them. They gave the people the word. And they killed them. It didn't matter. See? It don't matter if Sister Deborah give you spirit and truth and the light. It don't matter. It's what you do with it. What is it doing for you? What is you doing for it? You see? It doesn't make any sense. So that's what when he gave that to me, I'm like, wait a minute. All these people, and it was this morning, all these people lost their lives, Father. For me to stand here today and see it to be the same way today. All these years, y'all. That's a lot of thousands of years. Those people lost their lives because of the word. They didn't have a Bible. They didn't have the traditions. I know a lot of y'all want to make them, baby, they was traveling. They was going to and fro. They left their families to do the will of the Father. And what was the will? Speak his word to the people. But what the people did not like, the word was like a two-edged sword. That's what they don't understand. This is not a two-edged sword. That's why everybody battling with it. Everybody using it to control people. That's why. But the true sword, it appears you. And that's what I like about it. Because when he gives me something and I decide to bring it forth, and when I can feel that you teaching this in the deepness of the deep, and they still not getting it, something wrong somewhere. Something wrong somewhere. Because now you're getting offended because the word is trying you by fire. And you can't handle it. When you today are going to be tried by the fire. But if you who you should supposed to be in him, you won't get burned. So I, Sister Deborah, say unto you, I hope you got something out of it. Because I did. And I will be back. Shalom and shalom.